welcome to the very first edition of How To Tuesday. How To Tuesday. Next to. The very first How To Tuesday needs to start off with a bang! Now, I'm not going to show you how to make firecrackers, which is what I just implied, but I am going to show you one of my favorite skills. I recently learned how to make notebooks. I currently make books in 2 different styles, and I'm going to show you one of the styles today. It is the Coptic stitch, and when your book is done, it looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. I learned how to do this just recently by actually watching a YouTube video. Go figure. So I thought I'd pass along the knowledge in the same way, hoping that I too may be able to help some of you learn how to make books, because it's a lot of fun. Normally my videos are entertaining, educational. This one's a bit of a flip, so I apologize in advance for those of you who are looking for something a little more entertaining and instead got something a little more educational. That said, I hope you guys learn. Good luck! I've decided to break this tutorial up into a few different parts. We're just going to be showing you how to sew everything together today. I've already gone ahead and prepped my covers and the interior pages. If you would like me to show you also how to do all of the prep work, just let me know and I can put that in another how-to video. But for the sake of time, one thing at a time. So let's get started. What we first need to do is get our thread, of course. I decided to use a black thread. You can use any color you want. But what I've discovered is that if you wax it, a lot of books are actually made with waxed linen thread, but it's actually very hard to find. So what I've done instead is I've bought a chunk of wax that is used for candle making, and I'm just going to take my thread and I'm going to wax the thread myself. Now the waxing helps take away some of the frayed edges on the thread and helps it to go through the pages a little bit smoother as well. Alright, so we're going to be starting with the bottom of the book and working our way up to the top. So this is the back cover and this is the front cover. I've got holes punched in the spine of each of my signatures, and you also punch holes near the edges of your cover. So you start from the inside of your first signature and sew out. Now I do not have a knot at the end, but what you do is you leave yourself a little bit of thread on the inside, and then you go around and come up from underneath, poke through your hole, pull it tight. Okay, and then go back into the signature that you just came out of. Okay, and pull that fairly tight, and then tie these 2 together. You can cut this off afterwards, but I just leave it in for now. Okay, so now you move into the second hole and poke out through there. And pull it tight. And then you go around up from underneath. And then back in again through the hole that you just came out of. You want to make sure that when you're poking through this hole that you're not poking through this thread and making yourself a knot, because then you'll run into trouble. Okay, and then move on to your next hole and go out. And then around from underneath, poke up through the hole there. And then back in through the hole that you just came out of. Again, making sure it's pulled tight. Okay, and carry on to the next hole. Now this one you do not go back in. You get yourself your next signature ready. put it on top and go directly up into this end. Now we're going to be sewing this direction. And then you move on right away to the next hole in the signature, pull your thread through, make sure it's nice and tight. So you put your needle behind the loop that you created first and when you did the first signature. Okay, so loop around that. Okay, so you'll see it makes a little bit of a loop there. Okay, and then carry on, go to the next hole in the signature, making sure that's tight. And the same thing, you're going to loop through. And just double check, make sure everything's as tight as you want it. Okay, so far so good. We're doing pretty good. Get your next signature on, get your needle through, pull her up, and you'll see we've got that loop. Moving on to the next one, and then basically you're just going to keep repeating this. And now we're going through the hole that I made when I looped the first row. I don't want to loop through this one on this time. I just want to go through the loop between the two signatures directly below the one that I'm working on. So you'll see here that when I do my loop through the spine on this signature, I am doing it through the loop on the two signatures directly below my working signature. So I'll make a little, I don't know, a loop staircase? I finished sewing the last signature, so now I'm going to take this cover, and this part can be a little bit tricky, but it's fun because you can see the book coming together. Alright, so I've made my little thing through the last thing, and I'm going to go over and come down through the hole in the cover. It's a little tough. And then I'm going to make a loop through here. And now go back in through the hole. And look at it. Okay. And so you're actually going to end up having 2 layers of thread on your last signature. Okay, so far this is the only way that I know how to do it. So if I find out a different way, I will let you know. So there you go, your book's done. You now have a book. And it should sit and it should stay together pretty well. So there you have it, you're all done, you've made this cute little book. Congratulations! Now this very book is available to be yours next Friday, August the 19th. We're having a special fundraiser for a local dog shelter that I used to work at. You can actually see a previous vlog of mine from that very shelter right here. This is actually going to be made available as one of the raffle prizes at this fundraiser. That's why it has a whole bunch of cute little woof woof yip yip bark woof woof. Very dog appropriate, yes? Yes. So if you're in Santa Barbara, California or surrounding area, message me for some more details and I can let you know how you can get your hands on this or a book like it. Hopefully that wasn't too hard. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if I actually somehow managed to teach you how to do this. I'm not sure if I actually did. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time on How to Tuesday. Wah! Never stop learning.